I was living in southern New Jersey and working retail, hating my life, and I knew I needed a change. I just didn't know what that change would be. 3 weeks later, I ended up here. What attracted me to Nashville was country music. I am an avid country music fan, and I could relate to the songs. I could relate to what different artists were singing about. For me, country music just provides like a soundtrack to my life. I always knew that I would end up somewhere totally different. And then I became a teacher and I realized I hated it. I was like, I'm out. And so I quit. Ended up applying at a restaurant. They hired me and kind of the rest has been history. Everyone kind of lives another life outside of that restaurant. I would hear little snippets. Oh, Lauren has a show this weekend. And I was like, normal people do that? I mean, my mind was blown. I was like, I didn't know like quote unquote normal people put on shows like that. I always thought that was only for the rich and famous. It was a torrentially downpouring night in February in Nashville. It was freezing. I had no one to go with, but I knew I had to be there. And so I went to one of her shows and something inside of me just clicked. Just seeing her up on the stage and seeing her sing and do her thing and then just like watching the audience react, I was like, why not me? Why couldn't I be up there? I went to that show, something clicked inside of me, and I've never looked back. So I started writing with no instrumentation. I just started with melody and words and recording voice memos on my phone. I went and bought a guitar. I just want to see if I have the guts to go to a writer's night, if I have the guts to play in Nashville. I played my first writer's night. It went terribly. It was terrible. I was in this bright yellow dress. I felt like I stood out from everyone. I was the only guitar with no hookups, so the guy who hosted the open mic had to hold the microphone up to my guitar. It could be considered a little bit of a ish show to anyone else, but again, I was just like, no, this is where I'm meant to be somehow. And I just kept going back and going back and going back every week. I learned that people are a lot more forgiving than you think. One of the greatest things that's holding dreamers such as myself or anyone else back is just this false notion that if you fail or mess up, that's it. That's the end. You've reached a dead end. Clearly it didn't work out. Turn back.